the first question. The Vijayanagara Empire adopted dash administrative system. The answer is decentralized administrative system. Second question. The main occupation of the Vijayanagara Empire was dash. The answer is agriculture. Third question. The festivals celebrated during the Vijayanagara period were dash and dash. What were the two festivals, children? It was the Dasara and Deepavali. Fourth question. The art and sculpture of Vijayanagara Empire is an evolutionary form of Dravidian style of architecture. So what's the answer there? It is Dravidian. Next, fifth question. Dakshinadi music was later introduced as dash. The answer is Carnatic music. So with this, we complete answering the assignment questions. We'll then move on with today's class. Children, can you try and identify this monument on the screen? I am sure you all would have identified this monument as you have learnt about this in your previous classes. This is the Gol Gumbaz, which is situated in Bijapur district of Belagavi division in Karnataka. This was constructed by Muhammad Adil Shah, who was the Sultan of Bijapur. I am sure you all would have taken a guess of the chapter that we are going to do today. It is the Bahamani Adil Shahs. So let's get started. Children, in the last chapter, I had given you an introduction before I started the Vijayanagara Empire. I would like to quickly summarize it and then move on. So we learned that the armies of Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad bin Tughlaq evolved in the south. They had sent their commanders to the south of India to invade the South Indian kingdoms. So at that point of time, the Vijayanagara Empire was established in 1336 CE. After 10 years of their establishment, the first Muslim dynasty was established to the south in 1347 CE. They were the Bahamani Sultans, that is the Bahamani Empire. They established their kingdom on the banks of river Krishna in 1347 CE. So the Vijayanagara Empire established itself on the banks of the river Tungabhadra. Here, the Bahamani Empire established itself on the banks of river Krishna in 1347. I hope it's clear, children. This kingdom was established by Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahaman Shah. He was working in the army of the Delhi Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq. His kingdom stretched from the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal. He ruled parts of Karnataka, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. You can see the yellow portion on the map, children. Those were the places ruled by the Bahamani Sultans. Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahaman Shah. I would like to repeat the name, children. Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahaman Shah. He was the founder of the Bahmani dynasty. He ruled from 1347 to 1358 CE. His original name was Zafar Khan, and later he got the title Alauddin Bahman Shah when he established his independent Bahmani kingdom. He named himself Hasan Gangu as he once served Gangadhar Shastri, who was a Brahmin, and hence named himself Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. Initially, Kalaburgi and later Bidar were their capitals. You can also see the capitals marked on the map, children. Children, here is a list of rulers of the Bahmani Empire. Like the last chapter, we will be studying only about the most prominent rulers in this chapter. Tajuddin Firoz Shah. He ruled from 1397 to 1422 CE. He was liberal, which means he did not impose many restrictions. He was judicious, that means being sensible and giving a good judgment, and not being partial. He was an expert in geometry and theology. Children, I am sure you all know that geometry is a section of mathematics and theology is the study of nature of God. Let me put it in simple terms, children. It is the study of religious faith, practices, and experiences, and the relationship with the world. He was a believer of God. He spent his entire life making copies of Quran, which is the holy book of the Muslims. Likewise, I am sure you all know the holy books of Hindus and Christians. Yes, it is the Bhagavad Gita for the Hindus and Bible for Christians. He sheltered many philosophers, poets, artists, and also honored them. He built an observatory in Daulatabad, which is also known as Devagiri. It is in present Maharashtra. He built a new city called Firozabad near river Bhima. He gifted many villages to Sufi saint Bande Nawaz, and he concentrated on the development of the ports, and as a result, foreign tourism was encouraged. Children, I would like to quickly summarize about Tajuddin Firoz Shah, as it is very important, as he is regarded as a prominent ruler in Bahmani dynasty. He ruled from 1397 to 1422 CE. He was a liberal and a judicious ruler. He was a believer of God. He was an expert in geometry and theology. He sheltered many philosophers, poets, and artists. He built an observatory in Daulatabad, which is in Maharashtra. He also built a new city, Firozabad, near river Bhima. and he gifted many villages to a Sufi saint, Bande Nawaz. He concentrated on the development of ports, and he died in the year 1422. Muhammad Gawan, 1463 to 1481 CE. He is an important personality in Bahmani Kingdom. All the credits of making Bahmani dynasty great goes to Muhammad Gawan. He was the Prime Minister of Muhammad Shah III. Muhammad Gawan captured Hubballi, Goa and Belagavi from Vijayanagara kings. His administration was based on Islamic laws. He encouraged postal services and revenue services. He collected tax based on the land's fertility and irrigation facility. Irrigation is nothing but supply of water to crops to help it grow better. Children, I am sure you're all aware that we are all paying tax for every product we buy. So the same way, people in those days also used to pay tax. But then Muhammad Gawan removed a few taxes that were annoying the people, as they found it very difficult to pay a huge sum as tax. He established the Madrasa University in Bidar. As Bahmani Kingdom was having an immense growth, and the regional leaders were very jealous of Muhammad Gawan, and they murdered him. It is also written on his tomb that innocent Gawan was killed. He died at the age of 70. Muhammad Gawan established the Madrasa University in Bidar, which encouraged Islamic religion and law education. Free education and hostel facilities were provided. About 3,000 manuscripts were available in Madrasa University. Now, what do you mean by manuscripts, children? Those are handwritten books or documents. They were preserved in his university. So, like that, there were 3,000 manuscripts. Children, now let's quickly summarize the important points that we learned today. The Bahmani Empire was established on the banks of the river Krishna in 1347 CE. Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah was the founder of the Bahmani dynasty. Initially, Kalaburgi was their capital and later Bidar. We will now summarize about the most important rulers. Let's take up the first personality, Tajuddin Firoz Shah. He established an observatory in Daulatabad, which is in Maharashtra. He built a new city named Firozabad on the banks of the river Bhima. He gifted many villages to a Sufi saint, Bande Nawaz. He developed ports, which in turn encouraged foreign tourism. We'll now learn about Muhammad Gawan. Muhammad Gawan was a prime minister in the Bahmani dynasty. He encouraged revenue and postal services. He fixed taxes based on the land's fertility and irrigation facility. He founded the Madrasa University in Bidar in 1472. He died at the age of 70. So that's all for today, children. We will then learn about the cultural contributions of Bahmani Empire in the next class. Now, I kindly request you all to try and attend the assignment questions in the upcoming slides. We will then discuss the answers for these questions in the next class. And I hope you all remember that July 15th, you will have to take up a unit test on Vijayanagara Empire. So kindly prepare for the test, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.